deep down and they're saying stuff like, so where do you want us to leave it? And I'm laughing at them. There's no will. There never was. If you wish to do fraud, you can. I avoided it. The reason why I'm doing that is because they thought they were pulling a smart one. You know, they opened up a whole bunch of charities thinking I would leave it to charity. They may have doubled some of the richest thinking I would leave it to the richest. They did all kinds of stuff and it was just mind-boggling. And they're asking you where you're leaving it to. We don't ever want these people ever to manage, ever. One of the biggest, hardest things to digest was how they used AI to nip at people. Like they literally are making you into some type of elephant or dog or some type of animal in training because they are that primitive in psychology. We don't want these people managing. But guess who wants them? Europe does because it benefits them. They did so much harm, that glob that started in Iraq and swallowed up everything in Iraq and then found its way into the Canada and the United States. Do you know they brought in foreign and shipped them up north to become genetic test victims? They're just fucking with people up north. They're nipping at them. You want to beat the fuck out of these people because we're not accustomed to how they live one on top of each other in 1 square foot. We're just not accustomed to that. Like what they find normal culturally, we don't. And it is one of the hardest projects to do. Now, I dealt with the Kurds. The Kurds were relatively primitive in Canada in the 80s, but it's not their fault because that could have been someone Turkish or Syrian or whatever. That's Europe doing that. That is Europe's finger in it. Ottoman, so Prophet Hannah brought out how rich Ottoman history was, and then I got Islamic backlash. Some people even went to the degree of saying Islam is not Ottoman. What do we do with all this work? Well, I'm finished, and you will never believe they made such a production out of it. They made Walking Dead, and they made this, and they made it primitive, and they whacked off people, I think. Ape got excited. That's all right. We forgive the past. Remember what I said? We don't forgive if I don't finish. Well, someone took it a step further. I really believe the world is ending. And it's not because of me, it's because of the noble. They played with old structures that used to be in place. And I think they injured a lot of his networks. That's what I believe. And they killed a lot of intelligent people. Because of that, someone may have wired everybody to me. Because